Preparing to live stream. I'm also going to hit record.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Hitting up the live screen, people. Preparing to live stream. I'm also going to hit record. Go. The echo again. Let me pause. And let's see where we are. And we'll change from top chat to live chat. Gotta wait for people to populate it.
Oh yeah. I wish I knew what that looked like because I just have no idea. I've got no idea what you're seeing, you
Well, here
know.
we go. Oh wow. Here we go. Lots.
All right,
Lots
good.
and lots. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Jennifer Show. We got Jennifer, Doran, and Eric.
Yes. Both of
My
us are
son on the other,
here.
my son on the other side. I love you both, and I love you all.
Love you too. He says I love you too.
Okay, let me see. We're going to start answering questions right away, but I have a couple that I'm going to ask for because I can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
But first, Nancy A from Argentina. Oh, by the way, Jennifer's information will be on the screen and in the information box below. But you guys know her. Question for my son Santi. Will you come for me when I die?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any message from Santi?
So he said sometimes people cross and then they see there are people. He says, I'm going to come right to wherever you are and escort you over.
Oh, on a red carpet.
Yes.
But we're not ready for you to go yet, Nancy.
No, not yet.
All right, Suzanne Taylor from England. Hey, Eric. Is next year going to be my year for moving to another house? Eric, can you make it nudge God to make this happen? I've been a good girl this lifetime.
So I, this is not a guarantee, is what Eric is saying. You're definitely gonna have to put some energy and effort into getting this done. It is a possibility, but I'm just gonna say what Eric's giving me. It does not feel like easy breezy, like it just falls into place. It does feel like it needs nudging.
Okay. All right. Now, one question from somebody, Marin Watts from Melbourne, Australia, because it's 1:30 a.m. over there now. Will I ever have a loving relationship? And why hasn't she met him yet?
So this is, we have different avenues of our life. Eric is saying, you have the family you're born into, your education, your career, the family you create, your friendships, love, finances. We have all these different avenues.
Yeah.
And this just unfortunately happens to be one of the ones that has more struggle for you in this lifetime. It, some people just seem to be lucky in love, so to speak. He says it's like, they have, three or four really great relationships, and then a handful of others that maybe, are shorter. This is just not that avenue for you this time. Yes, he says there is a love out there for you, but it's just not going to be smooth sailing to find it. But it will happen. But
Any advice for her, Eric?
um
To expedite this?
so oftentimes when somebody has a struggle in any particular area, our mindset towards it becomes more negative.
Yeah.
So just clear out any old baggage, any of these thoughts of like it can't happen. Just try to clear out any blocks on your end that now might have been put in place to make it even harder. When stuff doesn't work out for us, we tend to get like a bad taste in our mouth, so to speak,
Yeah.
for it. And then we can create more struggle than we need. So just let the past be the past. Don't Doesn't necessarily mean it'll reflect the future for
And
you,
maybe,
finding
and this
love.
is for everybody, maybe try the
Hmm.
369 method. It's
Yes.
supposed to be good. Just look it up. Also, one of the crystals I made, oh, I think it's this one. I haven't talked about that yet.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh.
Om Mantirash, the Arcturian mantra. So that supposedly releases trauma, I mean, blocks
Mm-hmm.
and
Beautiful.
transmutes energy. A bunch of things. All right. Vicki Jackson from Pocatello, Idaho. I was wondering if my deceased grandpa, Don C. Barry, has a message for me. He lived in Idaho Falls, Maine. Idaho. Maine? What?
Um, what was his first name again?
Don and the middle initial C and Barry.
It's funny. I got like numb or pressure right to the left side of my head.
Hmm.
Both times you said his name.
Wow.
Um, a message. I can feel him, but boy, I don't know if he was quiet here. So I'm not getting like any specific message other than that he's around. He still looks over you, protecting you. So he's definitely one to call on for protection and just that he loves you. Nothing more specific than that though.
All right. All right. Victoria with a J, P from the UK. We have a kitten, Ash. He has the flu. Would like to know how long it will last and will it come back or disappear forever?
So this does feel, Eric is saying like maybe a little bit more of a sickly kitten. Just like people, some of us struggle more with health issues.
Yeah.
The vet, anything that you can do to get this kitten better. But there's a like an immune system weakness in this kitten. So
Maybe
I
there's ways to make the immune system stronger. Maybe you can
yes,
research
yeah,
that.
yep, yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. I would look into that because it's just I just feel like I've got like the running eyes or it's just like prone to this sort of
Yeah.
stuff. So but it does feel like it does potentially clear out. But I'll say Eric is kind of like on the fence about this. So do whatever you can to clear this out and boost this kitten's immune system.
All right. All right. One more that couldn't come is Katie L. from Westbrook, Connecticut.
Okay.
Immense anxiety. We did the some scalar work on her, and it seemed to get a lot better. But
Mhm.
then all of a sudden, it's come back. What's going on? Are there blocks?
Eric says there needs to be a past life regression
I knew it. I felt it was
done.
a past life thing.
Yeah, so past life regressions are funny because first and foremost, you have to feel that you're ready to do it. Okay, so if you're having anxiety and you're afraid of what you might hear or what might come up, it's not the time.
Yeah.
But if you're feeling like you're ready, go and get one and go find somebody in person. I
Hmm.
know there are some people out there that will do them online, and it's okay if you're not maybe like a super anxious person, but if you're
She is.
experiencing a lot of anxiety, I it's like better to be there in person in case you have a particular reaction. You don't want to be in a room by yourself on a computer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Bob P., Manville, New Jersey. Do you see marriage in my cards anytime soon?
So as you were asking the question, marriage, Eric said yes. But when you said anytime soon, Eric was like, it might be, if you're thinking in the next year or two, it might be 5 years from now. But yes.
Oh, okay. Mrs. Sly, I'd never catch a live. Good morning from Seattle. Well, you're up early.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Miriam G from Gate, California. No, wait, Galt, California. What is my past life right before this one? What was it?
So,
Miriam G.
whenever I work with Eric with past lives, I always ask him, like, give me a significant life because when you ask this question, the past life you had right before this, you only made it to a couple years old. So there wasn't a lot of lessons for you. It was more about the people that you were with.
Yeah.
learning the lessons. So he says right before this life, you just were young. You passed right before
Yeah.
too.
Okay. Any significant life? Is that
Um, oh, that's just when you asked the question, that was what Eric
okay?
gave
All
me.
right.
Yeah, for the most recent one before
I
this.
gotcha. Nancy P from New York, can you please tell me what my maternal grandfather John wants to tell me? I smell lots of cig smoke, and my mom is caring for dad with the beginning of Alzheimer's.
Okay, so the grandfather's in spirit, and this she wants to know what he's trying to tell her.
Yeah, probably
Okay,
in relationship to the her mother,
yeah, yeah,
dad caring for her mother.
just that he's really around. He's very much aware of what's going on. He's there to help in any way that he can. It's not this isn't like, oh, this must happen or you guys need to be doing this. It's just that he's there to help with these challenges as best. It's hard because when it's
Yeah,
energetic help, we're not always recognizing that they're helping us.
yeah.
But he is saying he's helping to like boost everybody's kind of energy and mood here as best he can.
So he's helping emotionally
Yes.
energy. Okay,
Yes.
good.
Yep.
All
Yeah,
right.
for all three of the people, the person
Okay.
asking the question and then the mother and father.
All right. Jordan C. Jourdan. Will I get the cloud tech job I want next year? I don't know where she's from though, or
So
the
uh,
guy.
questions about getting jobs are really tricky. So right away, yes, I got like a yes, there's a very good chance of this. But people can screw up interviews. You show up late for your interview or you get really nervous. Yes. So jobs are not like, am I going to get this job? Yeah, there's a really good chance, but there also is some responsibility on your end to make sure it's happening. Just like when people ask, like, am I going to pass this test? It's like, well, yeah, your ability to pass this test is there if you do the things you need to do to get there.
Yeah. Free
Um,
will. Lots of free will on both
mhm,
sides.
mhm.
All right. Alan Cure. Asen Quresh. My family is going to Saudi Arabia soon. Should I join them?
Yes, this feels good. Yeah, if you want to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hong Hun from Florida. Hong H from Florida. What exactly am I here to do? My ultimate purpose. I think I skipped one actually. Um, okay, go ahead.
The ultimate purpose. I know that people want to know their purpose. Our ultimate purpose is to come here and learn lessons and help others learn lessons to grow our soul and evolve our soul. This is our ultimate purpose. Um, so I know that's not really what you're asking, or you want to know like the things you're working on. One of the biggest things Erik is saying is to just be able to let go of the things that you can't control, I guess would be the best word.
Okay.
Finding peace, being content. These are some of the things. But when anybody's going to ask what my big purpose is, it's to come here and grow your soul and help others grow theirs. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
that's everyone. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Aaron with two R's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Will I find a new job soon?
Yes. But Erik is saying be flexible with where you're looking. Okay, so if your scope is very narrow, maybe widen the scope. If you're only looking in a particular um, area, like, okay, like I'm only looking in hotel management, it might be time to widen that search a bit. Um, because there is potential to kind of feel like I really have to have money coming in. So just kind of pay attention to that.
Okay. Well, all of a sudden it did the thing where it went
Jumps.
down to the bottom of the list. I don't know how I can avoid that. But anyway, I found my place. Um, Well, I don't know this person's name that wants to know if she or he needs to move to Southern California. Need names, please. At least first name, last initial, or maybe just initials. I don't know. Uh, no name on this one. Asya from Bulgaria. Can you tell me which one of my past life affects my current life the most, and anything I need to keep in mind?
So what Eric showed me is like a life where you were having to hide, like running fear, like think like slavery type of situation, trying to avoid being captured. So there's a lot of your fears and anxieties, trust issues kind of connect to this lifetime. I'm seeing you. It's really more like I, it's not quite like slavery because you're running. You're free, you are running, but it's this constant need to hide and not get caught. So I guess maybe more like witch trials, or
Oh,
what
wow.
we used to call gypsies, or they call them
Okay.
travelers now. This hiding and this fear of not knowing who you can trust.
Oh, yeah.
Eric is saying it does sometimes cloud your judgment of knowing who you can and can't trust.
Yeah. All right, Stacy Spring, good morning from Sonora, California. Up early. Can you ask Eric what is stopping me from connecting with him, with Eric? Hi, Susie Q.
Um, so the trust in yourself, there is also something in your astrological chart that interferes here as well.
Hmm.
So possibly looking at that with somebody that may be able to tell you how to kind of clear out the third eye and the crown chakra a little bit. But he says you have gotten messages from me, but you don't always trust or believe that it's me and not just you thinking it.
Yeah, that's typical. Very typical. All right,
Mhm.
Ashley P in Houston. I'm planning to write a spiritual book. Will it be successful? Any advice? Cool.
So right away, Eric says, if you're asking this as far as success financially, that is a harder road.
Yeah.
You've got to know people, you've got to market, you have to do all of that stuff. But if you were asking if you will successfully write this book and be proud of it and that it will get out to people and help them, yes.
Oh, good. All right. That makes sense. The book business is, you never make a profit on books unless you're like Michael Crichton or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Good morning. This is my mom. No name, so I'm gonna skip it. Therese L from Australia. My son Josh is unsure what career path to take. So please, can we have Eric's thoughts?
So the feeling is there's definitely some higher education or something, learning
Some
some,
additional certification or
yeah, something. Um, Sometimes, and in a situation like this, sometimes kids know from the time they're young what they want to do. And
yeah.
it's like this is the direction they want to go. Your son, what Eric is telling me, your son is somebody who probably is going to have three or four different careers. So right
Nothing wrong with
now,
that.
yeah, no, nothing wrong with that at all. Like it's almost like one thing leads to another.
Mhm.
So he says it's not really as important right now, like, oh, this is what I have to do. If he's got any kind of interest, if he's thinking of going and learning some sort of a trade, or it's like, hey, I'll just go to university and start taking classes, this is kind of the energy for your son that's actually going to be better than to try to force, like, okay, I'm going to go to
Apply for this
school.
job or that job.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Shandi from Virginia. I have an oral surgery appointment in Henderson, Tennessee for you. I was wondering if this is going to be a good place for me to go.
Yeah. Yes.
Good. All right, Pedro Catano from Amsterdam. he needs a message on relationships, advice about relationships.
Eric says you're too rigid in your thinking. So either too rigid in who you're willing to date or too rigid once you get within a relationship. He says you've got to work on flexibility and being a bit more open.
Yeah. Let go of certain ideals
Mhm.
and expectations too, probably.
Mhm. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Somebody wants a message, but didn't give for what? Career, love, health, whatever. Mary Beth Lofney from Chicago. Any message for my higher self? I needed a direction on this time in my life. But we didn't, she didn't say whether it's career or whatever.
So
Um,
I will just jump in with like a general thing that Eric is kind of trying to tell me.
yeah.
Just because I've seen this with a lot of clients. Um, right now there's a lot of energetic chaos. So like globally, okay, there's
Okay.
we've just come out of like October was a weird month with the eclipse and the full moon was it's heavy. The election makes everything heavy. There is something going on in the world, and it has to do with us shifting into the new earth. So a lot of people are really feeling like, I don't know, weighed down by life. We all kind of go through phases of like life just gets you down. There does
Yeah.
seem to be an overall, like for a lot of people. And so don't do any crazy decision making when you're feeling like this. Try to find, like in times like this, sometimes you just find distractions. Okay. You just find stuff that distracts you. Get a pair of binoculars and go looking for birds in your neighborhood. Just like do something that doesn't really not part of your everyday life until you
Yeah.
get out of this funk.
And 2025 is going to be much better, guys, from what I
Yes.
hear from
But
Eric.
energetically too, though, what are we moving into the height of like the solar flares? Was that in 2026 or something?
I don't know.
Something, yeah, there's something like that too, which also creates like a little bit more chaos,
Mm.
especially like with it can affect technology and stuff.
And
So it's
all
just
the
like a weird
hurricanes.
time. Yeah.
That probably is directly because it happened during, Milton and Helene. I think it happened when the solar flares were horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's go ahead and so what's your take, Jennifer? If like Wendy Wilder from Oregon, any messages from me? Can you do general messages like that or
I
should
would
we just keep
prefer
them?
not to, because just because it takes longer to tap into something, if the more
Yeah,
direct it is, the more we can get answered. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah. Green Greens Grinder, love the show. Have supported it for 5 to 7 years.
nice.
And Janine Falzon, I think my glasses don't work anymore. I did the eyesight optimization on myself a couple of weeks ago, and I think when I take them off, my eyesight seems better. So maybe that's why the glasses are not working.
Mm.
All right, Robinette S from Michigan. Can Eric tell me? Oh, she called you Erica. No,
Oh.
I'm just kidding. She said Erica, but it's okay. She knows you're Eric. Can Eric tell me why my friend's dog Frankie's owners, no, Frankie, cowers and howls when I visit? Oh,
Unfortunately, this is a past life
oh,
situation.
wow. What can
Um,
you do?
um, honestly, the only thing maybe would be if there's certain treats or certain foods, really working to endear yourself to this animal.
Mm,
But this is a past life. This dog recognizes you in
you're
in a
in
not great way. Yes.
wow.
Eric's like,
The dog a
just
human or a
like
dog?
use bacon grease to lotion yourself up before you go over. He's kind of being playful,
That's
but
funny, Eric. But yeah, I just envision in my mind's eye her crossing her legs Indian style. I guess you're not supposed to say that anymore. Native American style. And then putting a treat just kind of a little far
yeah,
away.
yeah. If
Just
this is a
sitting
friend
calm, pink
motivated,
light,
yeah,
green
yes.
light. What is the green or pink that calms them down? What do you use?
Either would work because they both come from the heart chakra.
Okay. Okay.
But so you know, just so you know, so you're not walking away feeling like, oh, for those of us who come to Earth a lot, there we have done things that are awful in other
Yeah.
lifetimes. We've been nasty to animals, we've murdered people, you know, so it's
Yeah,
not,
we've
it's
all
part
done
of,
had all we've
yes,
all been villains, relationship villains to help others grow.
yes,
We
yes.
sacrifice ourselves energetically, our
Hmm.
reputation, etc. Like in the book, The Little Soul in the Sun. Perfect child
Yes.
to explain that.
Yep.
All right. And C, do you think the universe is taking out the trash with all of this darkness going on? Oh my God, it is so dark out there.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, yes, energetically, so to speak, we're in that, I guess Eric's saying like in that, like the trash is
Yeah.
being taken out. It's not gone, but it's being taken out for sure.
Well, Biden said we're trash, so
Mhm.
terrible. Nah, he's demeaning. Who knows? Okay, Denise Garcia from Northridge, California. May I know about a past life of mine that influenced the current life? Oh, wait, did I miss somebody? Anything I need to know? No, that's too general. Okay.
So back to that question about the past life. Yes, you were a powerful healer. Um, in a past life,
Wow.
you were able to work with, you were male in that life. You were able to work and heal with herbs. You were able to work and heal just with energy, and very strong power of prayer. So an incredible light worker.
Hmm.
So maybe you have like a calling for these sort of things. I will say those gifts, at least as you came in, weren't quite as open this time as they were in that particular life, but they're definitely there.
What time period was this? Was it far back like Atlantis days or
So I'm not
1800s?
always great with time periods.
Yeah, because
Um,
there's no linear time, so it makes a
yeah,
difference.
what I can see is like you were, what maybe would look like a darker skin, like maybe Middle Eastern
Okay.
type of appearance. Maybe Indian.
Indian, maybe,
Yeah,
or
yeah, yes, that's exactly, yes. Like, yeah, Indian, not Native American, like Indian from India. You
yeah.
had like, darker, long hair, very, very tall, thin. It's almost like your fingers, your hands are so big. It's almost like they're extraterrestrial, but they're not. But like the very long, thin hands and fingers is this is what I'm seeing, but I don't know the time frame.
Wow, interesting.
Hmm.
I pictured India. Lately, after I did the increased psychic abilities
Hmm.
thing on me, also, I could
Yeah, yeah,
see like white mist. Well, in the scalar field, but I actually saw it while I was watching television last night.
nice.
Also,
Yeah,
India, and things are popping up in my mind, like past life for Katie and things like that. So,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you go
yeah.
back and look at this video, you and I said India at like almost the exact same time.
Wow.
So, but I've always felt like you channeled things in the interviews and in the cocktail reading. I've always felt stuff come through. Maybe you're just recognizing it more, which
Yeah, maybe.
will strengthen it. I mean, once we recognize what's happening, it builds, it grows.
Yeah. I want to see Eric though. I want to sit in my lap right
Oh,
now. It's so awesome. Ugh. What does the future hold for my son, Jacob W. Boyd? God dang it. From Heather.
what does the future hold for him?
Is that too general?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. For my
Yeah.
relationship. Okay.
Yeah.
Put it back in the, like, type it again in the thing. Uh, oh, Judy Jenkin from London. Do you see us selling one flat this year or both, possibly?
Definitely. Well, okay. This year or next year, because this year's almost over.
Yeah.
So, if we're talking from now in the next 12 months, absolutely at least one of those. You could do both if you wanted to. I
Yeah.
just don't know what time frame you're exactly asking about. I do not see two of them selling before the end of 2024.
Okay. Well, one maybe. All right. Sharva P. My question at the top last time, but uh was at the top last time, but got skipped. Okay. The deal is, it's when I open up YouTube, it's on top chat. I changed to live chat because I don't want donations, and I don't want to base it on whoever gives money. So I just want everybody to have a chance. So that's probably what happened. Okay. So the whole line, the whole sequence changes. I don't know how you can, what you can do about that though.
I don't have any idea. Is there a way to just completely get rid of Top Chat
I don't know.
so that people
I'll have to
can't
Google it. I don't
pay?
know.
Yeah.
Okay. Good day. Monique from Maryland. Why do people look at me like I'm like I'm an alien or scared of me? I've got such anxiety I get such anxiety from people.
This has to do with your perspective. There is an insecurity that you brought in to work on in this lifetime. You know, what we look for, we're gonna see. And plus, you may very well, because of all this anxiety and because you feel people are looking at you like this way, you may be putting off something that makes people a little cautious of you. This is definitely your perspective and something that you're trying to free yourself from in this lifetime. Ask your guides to help you. Just, sometimes when we
Eric, you
don't
help her.
know,
Help
yeah,
her.
when we don't know what to do, we can just ask our guides, and Eric say, show me what I'm supposed to do to clear this energy out and learn this lesson and heal it. Just guide me to it.
Yeah, and maybe envision pink or green light going to those
Mhm.
people. I got a manicure. It's like the two times in my life I've ever got a manicure. And the lady was such in a bad mood.
Mhm.
So I thought she was gonna cut my fingers off.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I just envisioned pink light going to her. And all of a sudden I saw her face just relax and she smiled. It
Mhm.
really does work. Send
Mhm.
love to people.
Yeah.
Um, oh God, Atharva P. I hope you put your question back. All right, these messages for me, no, no to general ones. Um, Message from angels, but no general. It's the rules of the road has that we can't answer general questions. It has to be targeted. Really, I'm sorry. Okay, Gina Carlota from Tucson, Arizona. Will I find a work from home job? And if so, any ideas about what?
So what Eric is saying is try to find something that's like a hybrid, part home, part in a place that this is the avenue that has the best energy. 100% from home. If you're needing a job immediately, this is going to be a little bit longer of a process.
Like maybe next year, 2 years, within 5 years?
Yeah, yeah. But it feels like it would that would even come faster if you found something that was part in home, part in office. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Lisa Tamayo. How can I? No, can I? She's from Florida. Can I get the info on my soul family Lumerian? Any info would help. So that's kind of a general thing. But does she belong to
Mhm.
a Lumerian soul family?
Yes.
You just asked that.
Yes. And so the only thing that came in was that you have two soulmate connections that are incarnated on this,
Oh,
yes, in this area now. So if you're very drawn to this is definitely to call on like those soulmates that are in that incarnation now.
that's so cool.
Mhm.
I just got reminded we were doing phone readings, just like group phone readings with Jamie, and this lady said that she had a triangle on one of her molars. Her dentist
Oh,
noted, and he said, "Yeah, that's an alien marking." I said,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, a lot of us, Eric says a lot of us have some sort of alien markings
"Yeah, I
on
mean, my
us.
my daughter Michelle, she has the constellation of Sirius or something on her forearm and freckles."
Yeah, I have the Orion belt and freckles on my arm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't want you to forget. All right,
Yeah.
let's see. First time watching it live. Yay. Alton. No, I'm sorry. Afton from Washington State. It's early for me too.
Boy, there's some early risers. Oh,
Oh my
yeah,
God, they're
I know.
brave. I am not an
Yeah.
early riser.
No, me
Actually,
either.
if I have a lot of scalar work, looking for a message from my dad, Doug, or brother, Seth. But an Afton is from Washington State. Oh no, that's a general.
Well, it was funny. I'll just tell you what I saw. Like, you said those two names, and I felt like I was like out dirt biking or out in the woods, or, so I don't know if but I felt like that's what they're doing. They're like out in a, cabin in the woods, just having a good time. That was what I was getting when you said those names.
Okay. All right. Katia Pinto from Portugal. Y'all don't have to put subscribed anymore. I thought, Paula suggested that, but it seems like it's a little harsh. I don't know. You don't have to. I love all of you. Subscribers or not, you can subscribe. You don't have to, but she wants to do something about the algorithms. I have no idea. Anyway, Katia Pinto from Florida will work in cruise ships be a good career for her, or should she go to college for computer science? Well, that's quite the opposite.
The difference.
I'd go for
Yeah.
cruise ship. Go for the cruise ship. No, I'm kidding.
So, yeah, Eric was saying you could do the cruise ship. Although long term, he says you're better off going to college, um, and getting the degree.
What about
It,
short term? Maybe a year with cruise.
yes, yep, you could, yes, and that was what he was saying. You could do that, but it wouldn't be something that you're going to love long term. Ultimately, you'll end up, in college with a degree.
Okay. Hati, she wants messages from her dogs, but it's just general. All right. Lynn Holiday from Los Angeles, California. My toxic boss is making the life difficult for me and not sure how long I have to endure this. Will someone will he succeed in ruining me and get me fired? Oh, you know what? We just had a session on the future of workplace culture, and it is amazing. It's not on YouTube yet, I don't think, but it will be.
So Eric really is saying that this is so bad. Like the ball is rolling for the job to end here, whether it's on your terms or the boss's. So if you're not looking for other work, this might be the time to do it. The feeling is if something doesn't change for you, that you'll start to get physical illnesses if that hasn't already started to
Try to get fired
happen.
so you get benefits, unemployment benefits.
Um,
Have another job lined up.
so there is past life karmic energy between the two of you, which is why this feels so intense
Mm.
and and intensely directed towards you specifically, although this person is toxic anyways. But unfortunately, I don't necessarily feel from Eric that the boss is leaving anytime soon. So I'm always personally a big fan of don't leave your job until you have another one, but this
Yeah.
might be definitely the time to start really trying to find something else if you can.
All right. Katrina, by the way, everybody's sending love and hi, I love you, etc. I see all of it and I'm so grateful. I just don't read them all because there's so many, and that is pretty amazing. All right, Petrine, that's a really pretty name from Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. What does my adventure spirit guide want to do next?
Okay, I found this on the web.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Stop it.
this is maybe they had a
That said Surre.
yeah. Yes, she might have a suggestion. She might have had a suggestion right there.
Yeah, no.
Um, so I was seeing like, although Canada, I might want to wait until it's warmer. I was seeing um hiking trails, like looking out on cliffs, something of this nature, but maybe not in the winter in Canada. That seems kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
But yes, like looking out over high peaks.
Hmm.
Yes. So if you're planning on going somewhere where there's high mountain peaks, so, you know, go to Hawaii and look off the cliffs or something like this, it would feel like this. I felt like I was looking actually out over the ocean.
Hmm. All right. Speaking of cliffs, Amanda L. from North Carolina, wondering if I'm on the precipice of a spiritual breakthrough.
Yes. Yeah, Eric says yes, but like let it flow, like you're forcing it too much or wanting it too much or thinking about it too much. Like just um let it come when it's ready. Like it'll be within the next few months. Within the next few months, but just let it come. This, you know, sometimes we're like trying to make something happen and that energy, it feels like, okay, I'm being proactive. Sometimes that real proactive energy actually is slowing things down.
Hmm. Okay.
You know, because like we're trying, we're thinking, we're doing instead of just
Being.
yes. Yep.
Okay. Um, Janine falls on, but it's a general question, but you just tell me if you can do it or not. Trying to get, no, that's not. The next one was that one. Never mind. Janine Falzon has been trying to connect for a long time. Is there a reason that she is not making the connection with spirit, I guess, or maybe with Erik? I'm not sure.
So yeah, there's a lot of reasons that people don't feel like they're connecting, and I won't say can't because we are all connecting. Sometimes is the expectation of what connection actually looks like. Okay. So I feel like Erik is kind of putting me in this direction because it's probably relevant to this person. When you watch us do what we're doing, it seems like so clear and like the connection is so easy and it's like it just is flowing. And it's because we've done this for so long. It didn't start out like this. I went to massage therapy school when I was 18, and it took me a long time to realize, like, hey, wait a second. The reason I'm like feeling these things is because I'm getting them from spirit. I didn't always know that that's what it was. And so if you're thinking, like, if you're saying, okay, when I connect to spirit, I'm going to hear, you know, somebody saying the words to me loud and clear, and it's going to be so obvious. It's a lot of times way more subtle than that. It's a word that you can't get out of your head. It's a phrase that you can't get out of your head. It's, you know, you keep seeing the same numbers over and over. So for anybody who's trying to connect and feels like they can't, the first thing Erik is saying is, what are your expectations of what connection to spirit is going to look like for you? And
Yeah.
then be flexible with changing it.
Okay. Now, here's the general one. And Tracy S. from Perry, Iowa, would like to hear from my mom, Nina. Can you do those like deceased loved ones? Like, hi, I'm doing
Yeah,
fine.
so if they give me something right away, yes. And so
Okay.
what she's saying is that's her that's touching your head, or like the tingling that you're feeling in your head. And unfortunately, sometimes it feels like a bug is in your hair when they do this, but that's your mom doing that, touching your head, touching your face.
Okay. All right. Elizabeth from Rochester, New York. Do we have interdimensional spirit teams? Yeah. Interesting.
100% yes.
Um, do the same rules for sacred space apply when talking to them?
Um, yes, I guess I don't, I'm not sure what the rules are you're asking
There.
about.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, yes.
All right, Cheryl, when I'm using my dowsing rods, asking Erik to answer, is it him? If not, who is it? Remember, say a prayer of protection.
Yeah,
Any divination
yeah.
tools.
Any divination tools, you want clear boundaries of like, okay, I only want Erik to answer. Anybody else is blocked from this.
Yeah.
So yes, if you're doing your cleansing of your divination tools, you're very clear on who you're. Now, I will say this, like just the fact that you're not sure opens the door for somebody else to be doing it as well. So you need to trust and believe that, hey, I only want Erik, and then you don't question that. Okay. Nobody else can come through, only Erik. I only want to talk with Erik. But then you have to have faith that that's what's happening, because that fear that, oh, what if it's not Erik, opens the door for it to be somebody else. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
it's, yeah. So,
Same with pendulum, and ask him to show you his yes.
mhm,
No. It seems
mhm,
like it's always clockwise for yes.
yeah.
All right. Let's see. Lisa Pools from I don't know where she's from. Wants to know if her cat Jax is on the others, is with all of you guys. I miss him so much.
Yes.
Okay. Is he
Yeah.
doing okay?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Will he come back in another as another animal companion?
Not this time. No. He's staying over there, and he prefers cat. It must have been great at catting, because he prefers to be a cat. He's a very,
Good.
I don't know, sleek
Okay.
and agile, and yes, but he's good.
Okay. Stacy Ann from Lillington, North Carolina. My sister just passed on October 12th. Does she have any messages for me? Janet Lynn, her name is Janet Lynn Hornsby.
Yeah, so she
Denver.
goes, yes, I've made it. I'm over here. I'm
Yeah.
okay. So it's very recent, but it was very clear. It was like, I made it. I'm over here. I'm safe. I'm happy. So there'll be probably more signs as it's been longer, that she's been over there.
What kind of signs do you want to give her? Like feathers, dimes?
It's so fun. I was hearing feathers as you said feathers, just so you
Wow.
know.
Cool.
Feathers was what I was hearing. Yep.
All right, Christina from Concord, California. Will I ever find true love, or was I meant to be single forever? Christina and her Wrangle, so that's her last name.
So there is love for you, but also Erik is saying, look at what you feel like true love really means, and maybe adjust some of the expectations of what that is. You know, being true love and being with somebody for a really long time, anybody who's been with the same person for a lot of years, it's not always easy. So look and see what your expectations are of what true love looks like. It is there for you, but Erik says you have some blocks for it.
Yeah. And 369. When you
Yeah.
do this, I think says in there, you have to say like it's already there. Like
Yeah.
I am fabulously wealthy or something, whatever.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Allie Ray. Erik, how is 2026 looking for her?
2026.
Mhm.
So Erik says, like, be some ups and downs, but the overall trend for 2026 is progress for you. So whether that's career or financial or just your personal mental health, whatever this is, it's overall progress.
Okay. All right. Trish O from Petersboro, United Kingdom. Will she find love in 2025?
Actually, yeah, Erik says this has got a really good possibility, a really good chance for this to happen. He's saying you're like out there looking, or at least you're going to be, like, you're open to it. You are open and ready. So yeah, it's got some real possibility this coming year.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Does mom have any message? We don't have the person's name. I'll go on it. Michael Martinelli. Aha, you send me Instagrams, all DMs all the time. Great. Some were really great. Okay, Katrina from Sydney. We are doing it tough here. Any message for us? Kylie. Katrina Kylie. No, it's too general.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay. Robin from California. What does Erik think about plant medicine to heal generational trauma or trauma in general?
Yeah, it can be great for some people.
Okay.
Depending on what you're talking about, it can really be fabulous.
Okay. Kim M from Wimauma, Florida.
Hmm,
Botching
never
these
heard of
names.
it.
Any message from friend John Cara from Lorain, Ohio? Does something come up immediately?
Mm-mm, no. Maybe he's hiding your things. He was talking about like hiding stuff or, you know,
Okay.
he's playful. He's definitely playful.
Okay. Betsy M from Phoenix, message from Ryan. If something comes up immediately, yes, but if it doesn't, it's too
Yeah,
general.
no, yep, it's too general for he didn't step forward
Okay.
and say anything.
All right. Maddie from Florida. Can Eric give me a message from Beth Cuello? Cueto. Cueto. Cueto, yeah.
Yeah,
Anything?
like take care of your back or like you need a better bed or like something that you're doing is not good for your back. So
Mm,
just be more mindful of that.
okay.
Yes, sometimes,
Right.
and I do want to just explain for the people, like sometimes souls will come in when I'm doing a reading and it's like, boom, they're right here, they're loud. Other times it's like it takes time to like get them to come in. And
Busy.
well, yeah, or maybe the way I receive information, that particular soul isn't as adept at giving it that way. They give it another way. So it's not that your loved ones don't want to show up. It's just that some of them come in really quick and some of them I'd have to work a little bit more to get them in.
All right. Nicole P from Denver, Colorado. Is my dad, Bill B of Englewood, Colorado, upset with his family with the way they are treating me since my mom's death? Mm,
Well, upset.
They don't have negative emotion.
Yeah, it's not like
What does he think
that.
about it?
Like that, if he were here, that it wouldn't be going this way. If he were able to step in and, you know, protect from a stronger capability, it wouldn't be going this way. But there is lessons here for you to be learning. Isolation, abandonment, betrayal. There's some underlying lessons for you.
Okay. Wow. All right. My name is Ilyana. Got into a big fight with Dad Abel. We had a bumpy road with him, always disappointing me. Is it time to basically cut ties, or will this resolve?
So he's not going to change. So if you feel as though you've always been disappointed by him, we can't change what people do. We can only change how we react to what they do.
Yeah.
So that's where you're at right now. So if you are going to continue with the relationship expecting him to be different, you're going to continue to be disappointed.
Yeah. All
So
right. Jen M. Should she move to Ireland in 2025?
yes, that was
Ooh,
a big
big
yes.
energy, huh? All right.
Yes.
Okay. Hmm, I don't know this person's name. Well, maybe it's the handle. I'll try that. Um, Dak Dao Wang Sing. Will my daughter Chelsea P come to live with me in Manville, New Jersey?
Right now, I'm getting a no for that. But Erik is saying it's very, very much flexible with the free will of whoever's controlling the situation. So it is possible, although right now something would have to change to make it happen.
But the quantum probability is no
Yep.
at this point.
Yes.
Does my mom have any messages for me? Well, we don't have the mom's name or her name or his name.
Mm.
Amy from Indio, California. Hope you are all well. Does Erik have a message for my high? Well, that's a general one. Okay, Stacy Allen from California. I've been a caretaker for decades. What's my next me step for you?
The next you step, really, Erik says just to take a break and embrace not having to take care of others.
Yeah.
Just if you wake up and want to go to the lake or the ocean, you do that day. Just follow what your heart wants to do each day. It's about freedom for you.
Yeah.
So whatever that looks like.
Okay. Oh. Hello, ladies and Eric. Will Tim Walsh be found out about his sexual seducing of young boys at his school that he worked at? Actually, we did a mind probe on Tim Walsh, so you'll find the answer there. It's in the mind probe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it a yes in the mind probe? Do you
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was
But,
getting.
you know, he was brought up in a time where it wasn't easy to come out. If he was born later, it would have been much easier,
Yeah.
you know, poor guy. Alexia Green Hernandez, Eric, you remind me of my older son. I love your ideas. I think you're such a brilliant individual.
Hmm.
Sweet. All
Thank
right.
you, he said.
Good morning, Bella from the Philippines. I felt betrayed from a guy at the start of the pandemic back in 2020. Let's see. Eh, that triggered my spiritual awakening. May I know the reasons and maybe the past life with the guy? Do we need the name? Or is the signature of betrayal, the energy signature of betrayal?
Yeah, there was
Mhm.
betrayal lessons, and it was in the contract. Eric says that this happened so that you would trigger your spiritual awakening. That was really the extent of it from that point forward, moving on without him.
Yeah. Okay. Um, Mohammed from Lebanon, when will war here end? Will we be displaced again?
Eric says it's volatile for quite a bit longer, years still.
Almost had a peace with the Abraham Accords, I think, from what I understand. If Trump
Yeah,
is reelected, will peace come?
it so what
Or
Eric is making me feel is that there are peaceful periods and then unrest again, and then peaceful periods and unrest, and that this continues off and on for at least a few years.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Hello from Sweden, Julie Forsbacka. Julie F. Name of my spirit guide? Oh, well, let's ask this. Because, well,
I heard the name Paul immediately, so
okay.
that's
And
at least one name.
will my economic situation be resolved?
Eventually, it's it's climbing out of. It's going to take time to climb out of.
Okay. All right, Emma Cook. Good morning from the UK. That's why we do these early ones. So
Yeah.
people across the pond, we can help them. Can you tell me, will I meet a person that is like-minded? Man or woman?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, that was short. Vanessa Pinto from um from Braga. Why haven't I had a love relationship and will it happen for me?
Yes, it will happen for you. It does feel, I don't know how old you are now, but it does feel like it's definitely the later part of your life.
Okay.
Um, and it's just part of something that your soul is working on, that kind of that loneliness, that longing for something. But it does feel like it comes, I don't know, last 15, 20 year, towards the end.
Okay. Jagger Palmer. I am 24. Please tell God, source, I found him 2 weeks ago. Tell him or her I see him and love and appreciate this channel and him and God who is in all of us. Done.
Yep, done.
It's good. Done and done. Tracy Hall from Marietta, Georgia. My son passed away due to suicide. I feel I should open the case. I need help. I feel I should open case. I need help, please. Can you
Open a
help Eric?
case?
The
Open a
case.
case?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Anyway, Eric, can you and others please help her?
Um, yes, but I'm not really sure what that means. That like there's
Okay.
not a murder case here.
Okay.
So I don't know if that was the question. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
I'm not sure. Feisty Iris says, please hit the like button. I agree.
Uh,
Okay. Lisa says, thank you, Eric. And she has two S's for getting my abusive boyfriend away from me for good. Awesome, Eric.
yeah, so Eric says I definitely helped, but you did this too. So it's you know
Yeah. Take
this
credit too.
person, yes, it's okay to be proud of yourself and to sit in the strength that it took to get you there. It wasn't all spirit, it was you too.
Awesome. Wow. Sarah Lawson says someone came to my inbox pretending to be Jennifer a couple of days ago.
Ah, that happens all the time.
Mm.
I will never inbox you and say, "Oh, I have a message or I'm picking up energy." I try to catch it as soon as I can. I will never do that, and I try to block them in as quick as I can.
Wow. All right, Mel from Florida. My father died from stomach cancer at the age of 42. Would like to know what life experience or trauma brought this disease about, as he wasn't a drinker or a smoker.
Yeah, so Eric says for him, this was in his contract. He was always going to pass when he passed. And he had like the life he had before this, he was so healthy, never struggled with any health issues. And sometimes we just do that. We'll come in and experience the other end of things.
Yeah.
So yes, it wasn't anything necessarily that, he did wrong or he could have done differently that would have changed it. It was, and he didn't want to be here to be super old this time, so he was kind of okay with a midlife situation.
All right, you guys, it is 10:30. We have to say ta-ta for now.
Oh wow.
And y'all hit the like button and subscribe, please. Hit the notification bell. Go look at that Tim Walls Mind Pro. I don't know if it's up or not actually yet.
Ugh.
But thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Eric. I love you all. And
Thank
check
you.
out Jennifer's website. It's in the description box below. Bye, everyone.
Bye.